Hi everyone. Don't many of you will know this, but I came off my bike last week because a car pulled out in front of me. As I was coming around the corner, she cut over my lane to park up on the curb, and I had to take evasive action, which meant that my front wheel locked up. It was only about sort of 10-15 mile an hour incident, and I didn't hit her car thanks to me braking quickly. But yeah, I've now my bike is not roadworthy, and solicitors are sorting it out, but I've been given this ER6 N 2014, late 2014 bike as a hire bike until my bike is fixed. So I thought I'd do a little review on it. So here we go. So, initial impressions on the ER6, the new one. Now bear in mind, I'm coming from an 07 model, you jumped the red light, I'm coming from an 07 model up to a 14 model. So my impression is going to be, everything is probably going to be a lot better, a lot smoother, so take everything I say with a pinch of salt, because if you're coming from a new bike, it probably won't be as dramatic as it is for me. So yeah, first things first, it is incredibly smooth. For a twin, mine's quite lumpy. I changed out the exhaust, which made it better, but the fuel injection on the old bikes it led much to be desired. It did leave a lot to be desired. You wouldn't be able to sit at 30 and the bike would remain smooth. You would be constantly, the throttle would be on, off, on, off. Even if your hand was kept still, the throttle would be on, off, on, off, on, off. Unless you went on sort of like 4th or 5th gear, where basically the gear is a bit too high for it to jerk you around as much. But this one, 30 miles an hour in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, it is just smooth. There's no jerking up and down. It is just smooth throughout the entire, throughout all of the gears at 30 miles an hour. So cruising around town, this is lovely. It really is. What else? I'm not a fan of the position. Some of you may know that I actually dropped the bars on my ER6. I've lowered them down, so I'm a bit more forward like this. Whereas on this one, I'm a lot more upright. And whilst it's comfortable, because I'm sitting upright, I'm not slouched, there's no weight on my wrists or anything, I'm comfortable, but I don't feel confident in the bike with the corners as I do on my bike. Now you could say that's because it's a different bike. That may be true, but I spent 5 hours riding this on the first day, and I did not feel as confident as I do on my bike. Just because of this position, because when you lean this over, your whole body is going over a lot more than say on my bike, because I'm already lowered down, so it just feels more, I feel more in tune with the bike, whereas this I do feel separated. So that's why I want sort of lower bars now on anything I have. I don't like that upright position. I rode my mate's CB F500, the new one, and that's a bolt upright like this. And I did a small little sort of lap around the car park, and when I went to lean it over, I just thought I was going to fall off it. I really do not like this bolt upright position. What else? Well, I could talk about the build quality. Now you would think, 5,300 these are to buy new. You would think you're getting, really good build quality. When you spend 5 grand or something, you're expecting something decent, But yeah, this bike is late 14. It's done 3,000 miles, and the paint on the tank is fading. It's what the hire bike said to me already. He was like, "Oh, you don't worry about the paint." He said that's fading. It's just Kawasaki paint. And I was like, "Well, my paint on my bike was fine." He said that's 7 years old. It's been fine. So Kawasaki might have changed something, you know, in the paint, and so it's a little bit shit now. What else? Where the tail light is for the license plate, you know, the little license plate light, that is just like moving around all over the place. It's just like floppy. It's really crap. It's not secure at all. I don't know whether it's been sort of knocked or what. I mean, there's a little scuff mark on it, but the screws are still in there and I can't pull it off with my hand. So, you know, it's, yeah, that doesn't seem very good. The brakes, yeah, the brakes, my bike has stainless steel lines, you know, braided hoses, and then as soon as I jumped onto this, which is just out the regular rubber hoses, immediately noticed the difference. A lot of the brake lever is very, very firm. Now, very firm. Okay, the bike's done, I think it's 3,500 miles. So, you know, it should all be worn in. The pads should be bedded in, the disc should be bedded in, the lines should be all freed up and everything. But yeah, to brake, very firm on the lever. However, it doesn't stop you very well. That's what I've noticed. I've been braking and I'm like, well, I'm getting a lot of, you know, pressure back on the lever, but I'm hardly slowing down. And I don't know how much more pressure I can apply before it just locks up entirely. I literally just do not know. So I've been a bit sort of worried about applying more pressure in case it just locks up, because like I said, I don't know when it's going to lock up, because this isn't an ABS model. Oh, let's just find out what this clusterfuck is. This is for the school kids. So yeah, the rear brake though, the rear brake is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's got really stops you. The rear brake seems a lot more powerful than the front brake. It is absolutely astounding. I couldn't believe it when I first put my foot on it. I was like, Jesus Christ! The rear brake bloody stops you really well. I explained to my mate, I was like, it's like when you're about to go into a girl, you know, you pulled a girl back from the club, you're about to go into her, and all of a sudden she just spurts out, oh, I'm underage. You're like, whoa, that's how good the rear brake is. You just stop immediately. It's fucking fantastic. That's never happened to me before, by the way. It's just, that's how I'd imagine it would happen, you know. Anyway, fucking dog, man. Jesus Christ. What else? Yeah, as I said, gearbox really smooth. Like, you can clutch the shift from second into third and there's no clunk. I'll show you now, a little bit of throttle, up. It's so smooth. It really is. This gearbox is gorgeous. Also, the bike itself, really quiet. When you're cruising along, the wind over my helmet is louder than my bike. So yeah, at times I sort of think, well, you know, it all reminds me of electric, because at one point I was actually hearing the air induction over the exhaust of this bike. You know, I'm not being used to that, because my bike has a very loud exhaust on it, so, you know. What else? The dash. I don't know if you guys can see that. The dash. See that? Yep. Brilliant dash. Very clear. It is very clear. Easy to see things, easy to spot things quickly. Once you sort of know where everything is, it's very easy to spot things. The blue is very nice at night time as well, and also this the little needle that also lights up. So you're sort of on the tacho there, it lights up as it goes around. It's really nice. What else? Oh, and it has a range estimate, you know, and the range, I don't know what it's called, but an estimated range of how much you're getting the bike. That's way out. I was on the dual carriageway doing 70, and it's estimated that I'd be able to do 245 miles, I think it was, it was absolutely ridiculous. My bike, the 07, I'll do about 180 before I'm almost on fumes. I have about a litre left in the tank. So yeah, so there's that. But no, it once I got down to about halfway on the fuel gauge, it sort of figured out. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a bit too much, and it dropped down from 245 down to 110. I was like, yeah, that's a bit more optimistic. No, sorry, that's a bit more realistic rather. It was being optimistic before. So yeah, good gauge, good tacho, very quiet. It's going to be a brilliant commuter bike, honestly. It's going to be your first big bike. It's going to be brilliant, but you're not, I don't think you're going to have as much fun on it. See, this is the thing between me and my friend. My friend's all about practicality. It's like, what practically do you need? If you need a commuter, then this is it. But I don't think you're going to have as much fun on this on the weekends as if you've got a different bike, a more sporty bike. No, nowhere near. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, that's obvious, but you know, you get these people that say, oh, you can still have as much fun on this bike. No, you can't. Yeah, acceleration wise, it's no different to my 07. No, exactly the same. I think it's the same gearing, 70 miles an hour in 6th. It's at 5,000 RPM. It's exactly the same. Oh, something else to mention. I have aftermarket mirrors on my bike, and the standard mirrors on this ER6 are absolutely shit. I mean, really bad. I haven't had standard mirrors on my 07. Had aftermarket ones, and I had people sort of saying to me, it's like, oh, you hardly do shoulder checks. It's like, well, I don't need to. I can see all around me. I can see like the back of my, I can see the tail light of my bike from my mirrors, and also what's beside me. But these, no, these stock ones I can't. So yeah, those that have said, oh, you can't see that much, I understand where you're coming from now, because the stock ones are absolutely shit. Get some aftermarket mirrors. Mine was cost me £15. I can see so much more, and I can also fold them up so it's easier to filter and all that lot. You know, you just, yeah, just do that. Buy some aftermarket mirrors, because the stock ones are shit, honestly. I'm not going to go because you know you're not going to pull across into my lane. Oh, you don't. Wow. But yeah, the bike is very smooth. Like, for a twinge, it's very, very smooth. Picks up nicely. And oh yeah, also there's an eco little icon on the gauge, whereas if you're driving economically, it pops up at eco. So I don't know if that interests anyone. When I was on the dual carriageway and I was holding the steady rev, it popped up, and I'm just like, well, yeah, duh. So I suppose it's good if you're trying to, if you want to try and do like an eco run or something, you want to, you know, I don't know, if you want to do an eco run and you want to find out when you're being most economical, I guess, then there's that. But yeah, looks wise, I'll put up a separate video of how it looks, but it's got a few looks. Sort of if I'm pulled up somewhere and I get off the bike, it's got a few, I've had a few girls look at the bike. It's a very good looking bike, compared to the 07. The 07 had a very bulbous headlamp, whereas this one's got a much nicer looking one. Other than that, I don't think there's much else to say. Everything else is just pretty standard to the 07, really. So yeah, but oh, that gearbox is fantastic compared to my 07. That's what I say. I should just, you know, reiterate that point. Compared to my 07, it is fantastic. It's just so smooth. So yeah, anyway, I'll end it here, and if I have anything else to add, I'll add it on at the end. See you guys later. Okay, something else I forgot to mention is the clutch. The clutch is incredibly light. Compared to the 07, my fingers used to hurt after sort of, you know, 20 minutes, half hour filtering in traffic and stuff through a town, like, you know, constantly putting the clutch in, out, because it's quite a heavy clutch. They've changed it on this. I don't know whether they changed the springs or something. The older model, the ER6, is known for having really shit springs that wear out quite quickly and actually give you clutch slip because they can't push the clutch back properly. So yeah, but the springs on this, I'm assuming it's the springs, are absolutely fantastic. It's so light. I can do it with 2 fingers. It's that light. It's really nice. And as I said, the clutch is shifting really smooth on this. No clunking or anything. It's like the gears just slot in so nicely. There's no banging or anything. So yeah, just so you guys knew that as well.